So the plane disappeared 10 years ago, which is crazy to think about. 10 years ago, a plane flying from Malaysia to Beijing disappeared. And no sign. I mean, they found some pieces,
but that doesn't mean it's from the plane. But go ahead.
No, but to think at this day and age in the social media technology society that we live in, that a plane filled with 230 people could completely disappear. 239 people on board, and the plane just disappears. And we search for it for a few years. Awesome. We never find it, and then they just give up. Well, turns out, according to the Daily Mail, if you could pull this article up, Kelly, newly detected sound signal could finally solve the mystery of MH370. According to the Daily Mail, they have used these underwater microphones. They're called hydrophones. According to this article, these hydrophones apparently picked up the sound of what appears to be the crash of a jetliner into the ocean around the same time that MH370 disappeared in March of 2014. There's a 6-second audio boost that they record, a 6-second audio clip that they found. These microphones were recording underwater for the past 10 years, even before the accident or the crash or whatever happened to the plane. They had these microphones running underwater. It's recording sound. They go, hey, this plane disappeared in these coordinates about 10 years ago. Can we go back and check the tape from that day and see? And they actually find an indication of a splash. And they say it's a rather large enough sound to impact, because they said that if the plane was traveling at the velocity that it was traveling at, the height that it went to land into the water, it would have created enough seismic activity to be picked up by these underwater microphones. They checked the tape for that date, and it turns out that there is. Mm-hmm. But they have not located the plane yet. You mentioned pieces popping up. Here's an image of all of the different pieces that have appeared or have been found from the airplane. 17 total pieces of debris have been found, but not a lot considering it was an airliner that had 239 people on when it disappeared. You would think luggage would wash ashore, but most of it is, a piece of a wing, something with a serial number that they could trace. But this entire mystery really started in 2014, not when the plane disappeared, but the Malaysian government's insistence on a cover-up. Take a look at this article. This is from the BBC, September 8th of 2014. Malaysia Airlines MH370, the persistence of conspiracy theories. In this, it talks about a bunch of different conspiracy theories that could have led to the plane going missing. One of those, Kelly, could we pull up real quick before we go to that, the News Corp Australia article? I think it might be that one. There it is. Malaysia unwilling to release the full cargo manifest for missing MH370. So when a plane goes missing, one of the first things that they do is they ask for the cargo manifest that was on the plane. That way they can see if there was any suspicious activity, if there was any suspicious persons on the plane. When investigators tried to do this on behalf of the Malaysian government looking for this plane, the Malaysian government stood in the way. They wouldn't allow the airliners to release the actual cargo transport, which started weird speculation. What was on this plane? Mm-hmm. This plane disappears. They won't tell us what was on this plane. They won't release information about the people on the plane. And so investigators start doing some research. And here's what it turns out. Okay. If we could go back to the slideshow, some of the conspiracy theories, go back to the BBC article, if you don't mind, Kelly, real quick. One more over. There it is. Nope. One more over the other way. Other way. Nope. Other way back. Yeah, there we go. Right there. Up. There we go.
Nice. We did it.
Right. You found the missing graphic.
Kelly!
Good job, Kelly.
It wasn't that hard.
Yeah.
I know.
Now go find the plane, Kelly.
That's it. Damn it. What are you doing here, Kelly?
Good job, Kel.
The persistence of conspiracy theories, they start going through all these theories as to what could happen, right? The Bermuda Triangle, that's a weird one. They say aliens, which we will get to. Ghosts, hijackings, all very suspect. And then you start digging in. There is a very weird manifest for this flight as far as the passengers. So let's go to the first theory, which is the passengers, Kelly, if we could. And that is the graphic right there. Right there. According to the BBC, when they were debunking these different conspiracy theories, they talk about a staff from a United States chip company being on the plane. The name of the plane, where is it? Sorry, I'm looking for it now. I lost it.
Freescale?
Yes, thank you, Freescale. That'll help me find
That's on your graphic right there. Right?
Yes, Freescale. It is, okay, on MH370, there were 20 employees of the U.S. technology company Freescale Semiconductor. They're a company that makes powerful microchips for different sectors, including the defense industry. 12 of the employees that were on this plane were from Malaysia, and 8 were from China. Now, speculation is that they held important industrial secrets, but as the BBC investigates this, they admit that these people were on the plane. It's not a conspiracy.
They were on it.
Yes, these people were on the plane. According, everything else about these people are suspect, other than the fact that 20 employees of a highly secretive technology company based in the United States that may or may not have had secret weapons and chips were on that plane. They admit that those people were there. What they were actually in possession of, they don't admit. They don't know. There's other weird things that have come out about the flight. Kelly, if we could go to the next slide. Let's see what the next slide is here. I'm sorry for presenting
No, it's all good.
this
We love this.
red pill. We can go to the next one
We're
after
live,
this.
baby. We're live.
Okay, so then people start going, okay, this plane disappears. Where did it go? Maybe it disappeared. Maybe aliens took it. And then Reddit starts with their nonsense, which I enjoy actually. But if you start watching these videos that appear on Reddit, Kelly, if you could show me the next video. That was a Newsweek article that was talking about this video right here. If we could fast forward to the 40-second mark, you'll see, according to the internet, this is the flight MH370 that was captured on film.
Look at the orbs around.
Nobody knows what those orbs are, but those orbs are spinning around the plane until this moment where the plane disappears.
By the way,
That looked totally natural.
yeah, but hold on. But hold on.
You've never seen the orbs in the sky before?
I sent the. Can you play? Okay, so Rob, and by the way, very good. What you were talking about earlier about the, and not to cut you off, Rob. Remember where you were. Ashton Forbes, who put out I think it was like a $100,000 thing to try to debunk him. He's not playing games. He showed. So he said, satellite videos show the satellite designation and coordinates clear. He goes, we don't believe that any of the sources online are the original file. Well, you can see the second orb come out of the water in this version. The mouse changes color based on the background. No one has stepped up to claim the $145,000 bounty that these are hoaxes. So if you played this video, guys, by the way, and hold on, Kelly, before she plays it, apparently what he's saying, if I'm not mistaken, was there was lithium on the bottom of this plane. They're suggesting that it exploded. The plane didn't blow up, but it's now these are people on the ground that were recording this thing that heard the explosion and were recording the flight because this is the MH flight in the sky. Kelly, can you play it? So check this out, Stevie. Watch this. So see the plane? So, and by the way, they did the lighting, how it goes through the clouds, and see the smoke behind the plane? That's
Chemtrails.
Smoke. No, right, chemtrails on top of that. But that's from the explosion, they're saying, from the plane. And then do you see the orbs? Watch this. Watch this. See the orbs coming in, Rob? Now those little white orbs are spinning around it. Spinning around. Wait, and then it disappears in the cloud. See the orbs? Look at that shit, dude.
Which is very similar to
Kelly,
the
you
other
see it?
video.
Look. And it keeps going. And guys, he proves it here because the watch where it goes to the cloud. And then, see, this is crazy because he put out the $145,000. Nobody wants to put the money up for him. And then, guys, he's watching. He's watching. Wait.
It's right between these two clouds. I've seen this.
Watch this. Humberto, do you believe this?
Can you provide the original video file? I would like to.
This is boom, and it disappears. So Rob, please continue. But guys, with the amount of shit that I've read just in the past month, CIA secrets and other, I don't not believe.
That's why I bring it up. So I also have that video.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
It's good. No, it's perfect because you led right into it. So Kelly, we don't need to play that anymore, but it is very interesting. So Ashton Forbes comes out with that information in November of last year.
Yeah.
And now they're saying that they found the plane, but from hiding the cargo manifest, from trying to cover up the passengers. Remember there was the pilot had a flight simulator in his home and was suicidal and may have flown the plane to a level where it deprived the cabin of oxygen and everybody died on the plane and then he crashed.
Great story.
All kinds of weird theories, but the only actual evidence that we may or may not have is what people have put out on the internet are these videos of a plane disappearing, and we've seen UFOs in the sky. It doesn't mean they're from outer space. They're unidentified flying objects. They could be man-made, they could be government-made, or they could be some other force has made them. There's no denying that there are other objects floating around in our atmosphere. We've seen them. People have seen them. People have taped them. So the question becomes, okay, what do you guys believe? Do you believe that any of those orbs or UFOs that we don't know what they are any of them, could they be implicated? Could those have been UFOs flying around? Is this just bullshit on the internet and people looking for clicks, or is there something to this?
Steve, what do you think?
I mean, look, I think in this particular instance, there's so much habeas bullshit. You know, like your spidey sense goes off and there's enough of this shit. Like, you see this in all kinds of areas, right? We're like, well, the manifest, and they had some stuff on there, and there's like, the government's not being very forthcoming. I think that's your first clue that it's probably not aliens.
Yeah.
I mean, having said that, I would not discount. Nothing would surprise me in this day and age. You know what I
No
mean?
shit.
You hear all the presidents go, I mean, I have shit I can't tell you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
of course.
I'm like, if there was aliens, maybe there's aliens.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna.
Well, think about the 17. How many thousands of documents for JFK they still haven't released yet?
Yeah.
And Trump was like, no, I'm going to do it. But then after he saw them, he's like, no,
Yeah,
I
you saw
can't.
the lawyer going like, don't.
The lawyer's like, don't do it. So
Don't
so I understand like skepticism with anything, bro. With just a video online. But the thing with Ashton, this guy put out $145,000 basically challenge. Try to disprove me. I'll do it live and destroy you. That video, and nobody's come forward to debunk it, is so far accurate, Rob. I'm like, let's just be honest. No, because bro, if anybody could debunk it in this day and age with social media and internet, somebody would be like, yo, dude, you're full of shit. I'm debunking you. Give me the cash.
Yeah, we live in a day and age where clicks are what cashes people's paychecks.
But
So you live in a click-based environment. You would think that somebody who would want to debunk this outside of the $140,000 bounty would just do it for the notoriety, and yet nobody has.
Nobody's done it.
But the thing is, two things. The first thing is, when you introduced the whole thing, you said you talked about underwater microphones. Like, I got stuck there. I'm like, wow, that's fucking amazing. Imagine doing a podcast there, like just getting scuba suits and going all the way down.
We'll speak
You know?
dolphin. and
I
it'll
don't
make
know,
sense to you.
like whale farts. It's incredible. Like, where can I get this recording? And I don't know. But the second thing, and this is a question for Steve. Like, all this going on, like, I don't disbelieve this because it can happen. I don't trust the government or
At all.
trust anyone for whatsoever. Like, if there's smoke, there's fire. Like, something wrong is surrounding this. Like, we can feel it. If it's still in the news 10 years later, like, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, we were 15 years with the police, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever come across, like, get to, like, a mystery? Like, if you were investigating this, did you ever come to a point that, like, Steve, step down, we'll take it up from here?
As far as like administration saying, step down, we'll take it from here.
Yeah.
From you doing a case
You find
or
something doing a case, I don't know. Like, do you ever get to the border? Like,
yeah.
this
Was
thing?
there anything?
Yeah.
Was there anything where somebody was like, Steve, turn around and get the fuck out of here?
Yeah.
No.
Come on, Steve.
Come on,
No,
Steve.
I'm going to be
It's a
honest with you.
podcast.
I will 100%. And I will tell you that from the time I started, there was so much fear about being the guy that covered some shit up. You know what
really?
I mean? So, like, I pulled over, it was a commander at the time. It was his nephew or something for DUI. You know, he's like, yeah, my uncle will have your job. And I was like, call him. Fucking call him right now. Here's the phone.
Oh, really?
Give him a call. Call him. Get him on the phone. And he did. And I was like, oh, well, first, like, oh, shit. I mean, like, I did not. Yeah, I did not expect that to happen, you know?
That's so
and the
funny.
guy's like, yeah, I mean, do what you got to do. I don't know why you're calling me.
Oh,
and I'm
really?
like, yeah, okay. So, but the idea was really from the time I started. Now, and I think back in the day, it was a little crazier, honest. And I'm being 100% serious with you. But you were so scared of preferential treatment, even back when I started in 99, that you didn't. That kind of shit didn't go on, really. Like, whereas they're like cover stuff up. You know what I mean? But I will say that you're generally your intuition is good. I mean, I don't want to discount with this guy. Maybe he put 100. Maybe the guy's fucking taking a bath in $100 bills. I don't know. He's got all this kind of money. But I'm saying, like, that video looked like bullshit to me. It's some bullshit flash. I'm like, it looked fucking fake. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it did. It looked
Steve,
fake to me.
it looks fake, but this guy's entire, because you don't know, and I get it. If you just showed that to me right now, and I didn't know, if I was in your seat, I'd be like, dude, bullshit, especially with that flash, the one that he showed.
Yeah.
But this dude has dedicated his entire life. So Steve, I'll send you the link when we go to dinner.
Okay.
It's the orbs are flashing on the clouds. So there's no way they could have faked it. The amount of research this guy Ashton has put into this, trust me, once you do some deep diving, you're gonna be like, holy shit, I could see how it could be real.
Well, I want you to know, like, in my heart, I'm open to everything. Really.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody came down right now and was like, that was aliens, damn it, I'd be like, oh, man, that's amazing.
Yeah,
I really am
but you
truly
need the
That's
proof.
the attitude.
You need
But
proof.
I'm like, ugh.
But you want proof.
Yeah,
you want proof.
that looks
Trust
great.
me, once you see this guy's
All right,
shit, you're gonna know what we're talking about. Rob?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. Thank you for letting me bring
No,
you
dude,
nuts.
I love you.